Where's it cutting, you boy, you? The name's Bond, Jamesy Bond. What do I tell you? I wasn't always a shepherd. Before I was a shepherd, I was a spy. I guess you could say I was a shepherd spy. Oh, jeez, I'm starving now. And you see what I used to work for the likes of MI5 and MI6, making a grand total of MI11. Sure, I even worked for the FBI. When they told me I was going to be working with the man from Uncle, sure, I thought they meant my Uncle Huey from Akadui. But Jesus, sure didn't it turn out to be some big yank from the US of A. FBI. Friggin' big agent one boy was. Oh, you should have seen me back in them days. I was the best dressed spy in a hackle. Now, I have to be honest, I didn't have a tuxedo or anything, but I always looked the part in my pinstripe donkey jacket and brand new wellies. And I had some crack then, travelling all round the world, getting up to all sorts of shenanigans and handing out wild baitings to all sorts of withricks. 1 minute, I was in Austria, up to my oxters in snow, and the next I was suited and booted and mingling with the hobnobs on board the Orient Express. Made a hell of a change from trying to catch Samuel Garnagle using red diesel in Tandragee. Let me tell you about the first case I ever got. There I was, sitting in my office, when suddenly this beautiful Chinese girl walked by my office window. I thought that was strange because my office is on the 21st floor, but I dashed downstairs, run outside, and I hailed a cab. A taxi came round the corner and it stopped with a jerk. The jerk got out, I got in, and I said, "Cab driver, follow the lovely girl." The pedal to the metal, and he drove like a joyrider across 42nd, turned left at 5th Avenue, and he stopped outside this club that had a huge plastic arse right above the doorway. I looked up at it and I said to him, "Driver, what do you call this joint?" He said, "That's Chico's." Anyway, I paid him, I got out and I went into Chico's, and it was then that I saw her, standing alone at the bar, sipping a martini. Stunningly beautiful. She had a lovely red head. No hair, just a red head. Oh, lovely. And I knew that she fancied me, because she rolled her eyes at me. I just picked them up and rolled them back. I didn't want her eyes. I wanted my... Hold on till I tell you what happened. I'm digressing here. I slid up beside her and I said, "What do you have to drink?" And she says, "A double brandy and a large vodka, I guess." I said, "Guess again." And I bought her a bottle of Harp. She leaned forward and she let me sip her martini. And that's the last thing I remember before I woke up, tied to a chair in the kitchen of Ray Ling's Chinese restaurant. Wait a minute. Ray Ling? I knew that name. Ray Ling. He was a fence, Ray Ling. That's when the beautiful Chinese girl left and 3 of Ray Ling's goons surrounded me. One of them leaned over and whispered in my ear, 42, 22, 38. Says I, "Sounds good to me. What is it?" He said, "It's the 3 weapons pointing at your head." I asked to speak to Ray Ling, but they said that was impossible. He had recently boarded a train and left the country. They told me he was going to Bangkok. I didn't care. I get fed as dirty as he could. However, I needn't have worried because it didn't come to that, because they decided to let me go. Back out in the street, I knew I had to find that beautiful Chinese girl. If I was right and she was Ray Ling's sister, then I knew exactly where to find her, on the Trans-Siberian Railway. And so that's how, for my first case, I ended up on the Orient Express. Will I tell you what happened on that train? It was on the Orient Express, sat a maiden young and fair, when a guy sat down beside her and began to stroke her hair. Well, her eyes were filled with panic as he turned her pretty head, but he kissed her on the ruby lips. This is what he said. No need to panic, no need to cry. I'm an undercover agent working for the FBI. No, there's no need to panic, no need to cry. I'm an undercover agent working for the FBI. Well, the maiden wakened visibly, and to him she did say, if you are with the FBI, then I guess that's okay. He dropped his trousers to the floor, and the sweat ran down his face. She said, oh goodness gracious, how shall I ever live through this disgrace? He said, shut your pretty mouth, my dear. I will show you how. I've been doing this to the States for years. Your turn's coming now. No need to panic, no need to cry. I'm an undercover agent working for the FBI. No need to panic, no need to cry. I'm an undercover agent working for the FBI. He put his arm around her waist and he loosened up her belt. Words cannot describe the fear and loathing that she felt. But the poor guy nearly fainted, as to him she did say, hey, my name is Fritz, these are not real tits, I'm with the CIA. No need to panic, no need to cry, I'm an undercover agent working for the FBI. No, there's no need to panic, no need to cry, I'm an undercover agent working for the FBI. Oh, yes. Well, did you like that story? Well, I'll tell you what. Give us one of your fags, and I'll tell you about the time I was in the raw.